Good evening, everyone, and welcome to RPG Limit Break. We started 2 months ago with 64. We are down to 4 here in the 2019 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament, and it is now a best 2 out of 3 falls, in a sense. And we are starting with the first of those best of 3 races tonight, as Thirwolf and up2ng, they are 2 of our semifinalists. They will be squaring off here in a matter of moments. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Game Boy F9, I'm FearonBurgundy, and we are bringing you the action here tonight as we get ever so closer to crowning a new Dragon Warrior Randomizer champion.
Yeah, exactly. And this tournament has been something. It used to be back in the day, we had the exact same 3 people in the Final 4. It was myself, Mr. Holmes, and NES Cardinality. This year, only Mr. Holmes survived, so it's Thirwolf and up2ng. up2ng defeating Melee Wizard, Smashy, and Jay Coper. 3 really good players to make it to the Final 4. Thirwolf knocking off Silverfire, Couch23. The name of, I forget. But anyway.
It definitely wasn't FearonBurgundy, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, he beat the guy that defeated FearonBurgundy.
Rub it in, why don't you? But
yeah.
No, we're getting all the fun out of the way now because this is some serious competition, to say the least. And for those just joining us here, the object of Dragon Warrior is for registering certain key items to trade in for the Rainbow Drop, which will allow our runners to enter Charlotte Castle, home of the Dragon Lord. They'll also be fighting enemies one at a time to gain experience and levels to get stronger, as well as gold to purchase weapons, armor, and items to help in their quest. And that quest now, so we'll talk a little bit later about what is randomized here, but as we're getting the start, the king giving the instructions, we'll see what's in the 3 treasure chests to help them out in the early going here. Some big bucks, an herb that'll help heal some hit points, and the obligatory magic key to help them get out of the door. But we have the spell of return, so they'll be able to hold on to that key.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Hurry up and cast that return spell. Yeah, and save your game and then use that key. Maybe you'll get lucky and get Eric's sword, because you're starting with just 4 strength, but fortunately you have sleep. Oh, you also have money, so you're going to get the 6 keys anyway, so never mind that. But still, 4 strength is not great, so hopefully you'll find Eric's sword in the treasury coming up.
And a little bit of a divergence for a moment. Thirwolf was about to save and then realized, oh, wait a minute, I have money. I can buy more keys. So already a little bit of a slight lead here for up2ng, but it's certainly anybody's game here in the early going.
Yeah, but once you get to this level, it's about execution, and that's a little bit of a mistake there, but that's all right. Dragon scale and herb money, so you got a gold grind in the middle chest and also in the bottom right. So
2 money chests here.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we'll find a really nice weapon or something like that nearby, in a nearby town.
And CD Improv noting that potential... Oh, no, I guess... Oh, that's right. Maybe he did leave here. I was going to say a potential... Oh, that's right. Return. Yeah. Return means no gold grind from the early going here.
Well, this is a very fortunate start by up2ng, finding a slime, so you can get off of level 1 on just 4 strength.
Yeah, with 4 strength, you're pretty much looking for slimes, maybe red slimes. The reason that it's flashing that bright orange and dark orange, it is the lowest possible numerical statistic the game has.
Yeah, unfortunately, the slimes look like they are out to play, and I believe Thirwolf went to the freebie cave, the vanilla freebie cave, and what was there?
There was nothing, which means it was a magic key because the key inventory is already full. It could either be a key or an herb when that happens, but since they don't have 6 herbs, it certainly was not that.
So I noticed up2ng finding a cave but not participating in that cave. Very interesting.
Well, I think he realizes he has all that money. He's looking for a town. Right now he has money where he could theoretically buy a broadsword, and that would increase his attack power, well, 5-fold.
Yeah, exactly. And but fortunately, he is running into some metal slime, so that's a good thing. And Thirwolf now finding slimes, so looks like up2ng is going to have a little bit of an advantage, even if he passes away here.
But up2ng does take out the red slime, gets the 5 experience total, well actually 6, and it's enough to get to level 2 with 8 power, so there's triple your attack and a spin here.
And then the Demon Knight has a little something to say about that. Wasn't very happy that up2ng went to level 2 there, I suppose.
Yeah, but that opens up the possibilities as far as fighting other enemies, as you're not just restricted to...
No, at 12 strength, ghosts are now in play. We did see them at level 1, so we'll see. Uh-oh, Town Fine, but Rogue Scorpion is probably going to put an end to that idea. Oh, never mind.
Just barely gets away with 2 HP left, and there's a cave as well, and the town is Garenham.
Yeah, that's a really lucky... That you have to give him... Yeah,
oh,
sorry. Yeah, and you got the silver shield available. No weapons, so that kind of stinks. But I was going to say, that was a really lucky walk into Garenham, because the encounter rate is 1 in 8 every time you walk on a mountain tile.
Alright, so there's an herb there, and up2ng going to use the money to purchase some sundries after buying all that he could afford there in the leather armor and small shield, so that adds an additional 8 defense to his total.
Yeah, and I mean, 8 defense isn't that much, but I mean, very quickly you're going to start damage breaking Magidrakies and the like, so it's a good thing.
And with the key, using access to the 3 chests in the back of Garenham, we have a torch, we have a cursed belt, and we have some big bucks.
And right now, up2ng is hoping and praying that there is a cave with monsters in it downstairs. Let's see if it's there.
It looked like he moved up 1 step, so that might have been the south end of the swamp cave.
Yeah, that was Swamp South, so I am actually surprised that he did not take advantage of this. However, he actually might be getting a half plate. It is very risky to get back to Garenham at this point in time. With you're only a level 2, so I get this. I would say this is a good play.
Yeah, the half plate, it gives 16 defense as opposed to the 4 for the leather armor, so it's an additional 12 defense. You see jumping up to 34 there. And Thirwolf, meanwhile, working on a Magidraki, going to try to go onesie-twosie, as has the attack range of 1 to 2, realizes with up to 13 HP, that might not quite be ideal.
Yeah, I did like this strategy, though. Give it a try and hope that Magidraki didn't wake up, but wasn't quite dealing enough damage, but definitely will have enough damage with this ghost. While a wizard has dismissed up2ng.
And now, did I miss that here? Was the cave just to the west of Garenham, was that swamp north?
I did not see that, but that might actually be the case.
If that is the possibility here, then yes, you've got the southern end of the swamp cave in the back of Garenham, and the northern end just about 4 tiles over to the west.
Wow, that would be indeed the shortest swamp I have ever seen in my life. And I have played Dragon Warrior Randomizer since almost the beginning, just to give you a reference here.
Oh, Thirwolf getting a critical hit on the Scorpion and takes it out. That's going to be a huge 16 experience, and that's going to get him level 3. 5 more power, 0 agility, 27 hit points, and 12 magic points.
I would take the 12 hit point or the 27 hit points any day of the week. I'll trade that 0 agility away for 27 hit points.
And now just taking the death here, and is going to go ahead and reset, and is just 9 experience away from yet another level.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if I see more scorpions on his side, and that is indeed going to be the case. Not even going to bother sleeping, and that makes perfect sense. Don't waste the time.
Oh, and now, not to be outdone, up2ng with a critical hit on a scorpion, and that's going to get him level 3.
Well, hey, the game's being fair today, so that's a good thing. But we see level 4 over on Thirwolf's side. Hey, 11 power. That's nice.
0 HP. Empty Eye loves it.
Yeah, but in this case, in level 3, we traded 0 agility for 27 hit points. Once again, I would trade 0 hit points at this point for 11 strength.
Most certainly. Able to, on average, 2-shot these scorpions here. So that's going to make this early grind go much quicker.
Yeah, we got a nice little race going on here and between right now. I mean, Thirwolf's got a little bit of an experience edge, but it's up2ng who has the armor advantage, but no weapon advantage. So it's, I think, right now it's kind of even.
And just that quickly, here is level 5, another 4 power, 2 speed, 17 hit points, 12 magic points, and we have the spell of Heal More.
Okay, so at level 5, up2ng is going to go back to Garanham, and he is going to find a way to get that Death Warp. Okay, I won't say that's a guarantee, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen here.
Oh, and Thirwolf wandering to the cave to the north and finds a fire-breathing armored knight who says, "None shall pass."
Yeah, but that's Garen's grave. You can easily hero run through to get those first 3 boxes, and if one of them's Erdrick's sword, it would really be worth it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see Thirwolf try again.
And you see he's beelining right back for it. Now, he has not yet found Garanham, so this is... Well, okay. Way to make a fibber out of me here, Thirwolf.
Yeah, and I'm actually okay that he's skipping it. Like, if he immediately saw an Armor Knight, he could be thinking, oh, I'm going to see a whole bunch of Armored Knights. I'm not going to have a prayer get into those first 3 boxes. So this actually makes sense.
And as Thirwolf was getting roasted by the Armored Knight, up2ng taking the experience lead and chipping away at a Metal Scorpion and gets another 31 experience.
Yeah, this is looking really good for him so far. I mean, those Metal Scorpions, they cast Stop Spell, and they seem to be casting it quite frequently, so that's really helping his cause. Ooh, Thirwolf with a nice sleep on the Wraith there. The Wraith resistance of sleep is actually 7 out of 16. So you can't get a sleep off on a Wraith all the time here.
So I was gonna try to chip away at it here, and oh, Wraiths have Heal More.
Wow, that's a real bummer to see that. He's gonna try again, but well, that puts him in the fight right there.
Alright, Wraiths are not ideal in this seed. Heal More and the Dragon Lord 2 Breath.
That's too bad, too. That would have been exactly the number of points he needed for level 6, which up2ng just reached 7 power, 5 speed, 4 HP, 8 magic, no spells.
The game figures you got Heal More, that's enough.
Yeah, one of our... I can tell you that version 2.2 is coming down the pike here, and we are seeing that. One of the things one of the flags you could set is you can set it up so you can never get hurt more.
So you'd only be able to learn 9 of the 10 spells?
That's right.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Mwahahaha.
Oh, and High Spirits noting in chat, Erdrick's armor can also, the best armor in the game, can also be in Charlotte Castle, which means you have to traverse through those barrier tiles, taking 15 hit points of damage per step, just to even make your way to the basement.
Alright, so Thirwolf has now dismissed that Metal Scorpion, so almost to level 6 now, while up2ng continuing to grind on those Metal Scorpions. This play is really working out for him.
Well, this is usually up2ng's strategy. He favors finding a spot to be able to get an early grind, and just goes until usually he's got some sort of either a nice strength advantage, possibly hurt more, or something that will allow him to minimize the possibility of death while traversing the land.
Yeah, and as a result, he's only one monster away from level 7. He's got 140 experience point lead, and Thirwolf is still looking around trying to find something good.
Well, he did find the Rainbow Drop Cave, affectionately known as the Jerk Cave. And here's level 7, 1, 4, 4, and 5, and still no spells.
Yeah, looks like up2ng is going to go for an 8th level, as Thirwolf has found, looks like it's either Erdrick's Cave or the Mountain Cave, and it is Erdrick's Cave, the Tablet Cave. So only one box there, no monsters, but without a torch, he doesn't feel confident in giving that a roll. So he walks out and runs into your favorite friend and mine, the Armored Knight.
I think this gives us a good opportunity here to mention this is a randomizer here, as I'm sure most of you may have figured out by the lay of the land, but the overworld map, not the only thing that's randomized here. The treasure chest and search spot contents are shuffled around, as are the locations of the towns and caves. The contents of the weapon and armor shop, hence why Garanham had no weapons for sale. Also, the order in which our runners learn their spells, that's why they have Heal More here in the early going, and haven't gotten some of the basic spells yet. Well, they are guaranteed to learn all 10 spells by level 16, and the enemy locations, they're definitely shuffled around, as Thirwolf swung and missed on a green dragon. That was possibly a miss menu. Also, the enemy spells and abilities are randomized.
Oh, sorry. I don't think that was the miss menu. He wanted to see if he could deal some damage. He was like, oh, I've got 76 hit points. Let's give it a try, see what happens, and it turned out it didn't deal any damage, but that's all right.
Okay, it was an experimental swing. Got it.
So now Thirwolf is going to have a decision to make here in one moment's time, because there's the magic armor and the silver shield. I mean, that's 44 defense, so we'll see what happens here.
I think it's first going to be a matter of checking out what's behind here. Maybe might make a detour back after getting the chest here, seeing as there's one with gold. But would only have enough to be able to get that leather armor. Unless he's heading over to the item shop to pick up sundries. Nope.
Well, let's see. Meanwhile, up2ng has just crossed 500 experience points.
Oh, well, has sold the cursed belt.
Alright, Skeleton goes down yet again on up2ng's side. This grind is really working out for him so far.
Yeah, the Metal Scorpions certainly seem to be the play. And the skeletons are there as well, so I mean, it's just a nice mid-level grind area here, and he's hoping to be able to squeak out the level before taking the death here, as he needs 600 and is just 2 experience short.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. You still need 2, but he'll get it right here with that Magic Drakey.
One shots it there, and here comes level 8. 1 power, 0 speed, 1 hit point, 4 magic points. Oh, I got a spell. Couple of them. Heal, outside.
Yeah, just healing outside, but probably not the big one that he was looking for. Is he gonna move on to level 9 at this spot? Wow. Now I remember Thirwolf saying in his interview last week that he's not the biggest fan of getting that silver shield. If it's like way out of the way, he's not going to go for it. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, he's going to go for the spot and take a death. So I actually really like the sequence of events he did here.
And we learned that the Guardian is a stone man.
Yeah, I mean, this Death Warp is taking a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. I mean, you get it done with, you're all good, and maybe you save up a little bit more money and see if you can get lucky and find a flame sword somewhere.
So he just has to not open the 2 gold chests, which he has done. So now it is time to print money.
So tell me, Ferran, why is all of a sudden he's printing all this money?
Well, the treasure chests, as you've seen, they respawn every time you go over to the overworld map. But due to the programming limits at the time the game was made, the game only tracks up to 8 treasure chests as opened. Every chest opened beyond that 8th chest can be taken over and over again. So in this case, having opened the 3 treasure chests in Garenham, going back down the stairs into the cave, which means you didn't go to the overworld, taking that death warping back to the castle does not count you as having gone to the overworld. Then the 3 chests that are in the throne room, they're automatically marked as open so you don't take them again. That makes 6. And then opening... well, he only had to open 2 of the chests in Garenham, as I'm realizing here, so that's 5. And then he opened 3 of the chests in the treasury for 6, 7, and 8. Now this 9th chest, that is money that he can continue to take over and over again. And was thinking about stopping at Silver Shield money, but I decided to go a little bit further. Interesting. But only a little bit further.
Yeah, that's not that surprising. He's probably thinking, I'm just going to save the time and not worry about the magic armor. I've already got the half-plate armor, which is 16 defense. The magic armor is just another 8, so I can understand why he would not grind further.
Yeah, it looks like chat noting that the 14,800 for the Silver Shield plus 1,500 for a potential broadsword. That looks to be the rationale behind the 16,356 that's there.
All right, so Thirwolf did indeed save the game, so makes perfect sense to me, and gonna keep going here. Up2ng finally passing away by a skeleton after a really elongated experience grind. So, and this is mainly because of that 41 defense power, and that's why Up2ng is has a 500 experience point lead for now.
So now over here to the west goes Thirwolf, looking to get that Silver Shield.
And that's going to work out. Well done. Meanwhile, more skeletons for up2ng. There's going to be a huge pile of bones out there in Elifgard at the end of this. At the end of this one. Uh-oh. Oh. So up2ng did find a metal slime, but it ran away after a hit. So a little unfortunate there.
Just a little bit.
But now Thirwolf with 55 defense power. He is damage breaking everything up to, I think, werewolf. No, not werewolves. Wolf lords, I was going to say. Almost wyverns now. I think he just needs 1, 2, or 3 more defense points for that.
Just one more, I believe. I think 56 is the target number to wyverns.
Or Beta Strep in chat is actually correcting me. Wyverns have 54 defense, and I know it's in the 50s. 1 point away, 56. Okay, so there you go. So the point is, a lot of monsters that are accessible now.
So we've got coal found on up2ng's side. Thirwolf currently in the mountain cave.
Oh, look at that. 1 gold piece short of a hand axe.
And the fairy flute in coal.
And before you all start screaming, McGrew or Fred or whatever the heck you're doing, or is this even random? Well, the answer is, yes it is. Sometimes it just turns out that way.
Yeah.
Liking this play out of Thirwolf, putting the knights to sleep here and getting with that low sleep resistance, knocking that knight out so you can quickly run away.
Yep. Oh, not quite the strength to take it out there, Thirwolf. You have no weapon, remember. Fist plus armor does not equal a good time.
Oh, look at that. We got a wolf over on up2ng's side, and that is damage broken too, so... Oh no, and... oh boy. Here's your best friend on your left side in the left side of your screen.
Yep, the red dragon, known as the fun police, because when they show up, the fun tends to stop. They are among the strongest enemies in the game, the most agile enemies in the game, and they're more than likely going to do what they just did there to Thirwolf.
Yeah, you have about a 20-25% chance to run away from a red dragon at this point, so gonna have to try again.
And chat noting that Thirwolf may have gotten a little tripped up in the pathing. Thirwolf, well, comes to us from the Zelda randomizer community. So, I mean, credit to him for getting to the semifinals here despite minimal familiarity with the game, or at least a very quick learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely. And he defeated the likes of Silverfire and myself, the reigning, well, no longer defending champion of Dragon Warrior Randomizer. But yeah, so... But I tell you what, that was some great play there against that Druid Lord to knock it out for 58 experience points. This experience lead by up2ng that he's got right now might be at risk here.
We'll see. Now, does Thirwolf go back to the mountain cave and try to get those 4 chests? Ooh, as up2ng falls to a knight.
That might have been intentional. Uh-oh, cave, or town, and cave.
Well, first the town of Cantlin, so this leads to the possibility, well, first is going to look over for a weapon.
Oh, boy.
Just 151 away from a broadsword.
And there's nothing he can sell, so he might try to find a way to get a Druid Lord or something like that. Wyvern will do it. Wyvern woke up very quickly, but now Thirwolf realizes that he's got it damage broken.
Yep, just attack. You can punch it roughly 7 times and take it out, as you have an attack range of 4 to 8 hit points. up2ng, meanwhile, activating the gold grind.
Yeah, let's see. Does he go all the way up to 22,500? It looks like he'll do that, and maybe more. We'll see here in a moment.
And is now just 46 gold shy of broadsword money.
Oh, you're not getting the broadsword with a golem.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like up2ng will... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say going all the way to 32.3, but not quite. I think he's got magic armor, silver shield, and broadsword money.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this Scorpion over on Thirwolf's side will be enough for the broadsword, and that is big.
But first, a Scorpion to appear and run away, just to add to the tension.
Hey, why not? So I do not project Thirwolf doing another grind. I anticipate that he'll play with the broadsword, and he'll use the broadsword, excuse me, until he until he finds Eric's sword.
With the heals that are left here, this might be a point of no return situation for Thirwolf.
Well, that penalty for dying, as we see the coordinates. Oh, 12 north and 10 east. Oh my goodness. I was going to say, the penalty for dying is that you lose half your money, which that means Thirwolf loses $2. He spends 15 seconds in the penalty box, and the worst part, you get a stern lecture from the king.
And coordinates that are so easy, even I might be able to count them. Although, gonna have to go up and around this lake here.
Yeah, we hear a dog barking in the background. Maybe. What do you think? Do you think the dog could count that?
Very possibly.
I think Thirwolf's just doing a little quick mapping around here just to make sure that the 12 north and 10 east can be counted, but the answer is yes. Meanwhile, Metal Slime find over and up2ng side, and is that 3? No, 2. Oh, that's too bad.
Well, question in chat, why did he go west? Unfortunately, he doesn't have the ability to walk on water, so had to kind of go around the aid here.
I think he's got to go north a little bit more, but I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah, I missed the double corner too, so my bad there. Okay, so now he should be able to figure out.
Oh, there we go.
Here. D8 Tom over in chat, thanks for joining us. Yeah, they learn water walking at level 31. I'd like to remind you that the maximum level in this game is level 30.
I think there's one over to the east here. Nope, now you're one over to the west. Oh, never mind. There we go. There's the armor.
And Thirwolf demonstrating right there why he did not grind for that magic armor. That was some smart play right there.
And up2ng picking up the broadsword and coal. And Thirwolf finding or at least refinding the jerk cave, the rainbow drop cave.
Ooh, I don't know. I think you are either really close or are damage breaking a Wraith Knight in Thirwolf's case. up2ng will be damage breaking a Wraith Knight for sure. I'm getting very close to damage breaking Demon Knights and Magi Wyverns, in fact.
And yes, Wraith Knights, they have defense, or they have attack of 68, so with the defense of 69, you most certainly can basically only be hurt for as much as 12 and as little as 0. So here's the Tablet Cave for Thirwolf, where there's some more big bucks.
Yeah, really hoping for that Eric sword there, but not quite. You really don't need to find money anymore.
Yeah, the sundry shopping is over at this point. I mean, you need a little bit of sundry money, but as far as the weapons, armor, that's pretty much it. And there's a spark over bridge. Thirwolf gonna leave it alone. A bridge over to one tile. It's named after one of our beloved members of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community, Sparkover.
Yeah, Sparkover being one of the was defeated by Couch 23, who was subsequently defeated by Thirwolf. So but yeah, Sparkover losing in quite an upset a few weeks ago.
Oh, and there's the Wraith with fire for up2ng. Thirwolf finding out about that well long ago, and I think that might have been up2ng's encounter with it.
Yeah, that's right. It was his first. And there's an encounter with the Metal Slime. Thirwolf really needs this one to catch up in the experience race.
The Metal Slime has Stop Spell and is casting it a lot. Oh, but it runs away.
Yeah, so if you've never seen this game, hey, thanks for giving us a try. But the chance of a Metal Slime running away every round is 1 in 4.
Alright, so up2ng getting that magic key in the back of Tantagel, and it's going to move on to do a little bit more searching.
Thirwolf, I believe, has just found coal that up2ng found earlier.
Yep, just gonna head on over, search the spot, get the musical instrument, and move on. Maybe stay at the inn. Nope, not even gonna stay at the inn.
Yeah, not even gonna stay at the end. I mean, and gonna find a dead end subsequently, and gonna give this Demon Knight a chance. I mean, you might as well, because it doesn't look like the Demon Knight's doing anything fun. You got a town very close by, so go for it.
So up2ng navigating in the dark to Garen's grave, and the top 3 chests bring wings, and some big bucks. Meanwhile, level 8 for Thirwolf.
And a red dragon for up2ng, and he's trying to get away desperately, and it just isn't happening right now. And we totally missed up2ng's level 9. We've just noticed that on chat here. It was 5 strength, 35 agility. That is one of the highest agility scores I have ever seen. That is a ton. And also 9 magic, so... but for whatever reason, can't run away from this red dragon. Finally does.
Chat noting that time when agility actually isn't just enough.
Yeah, and up2ng's only 78 points away from level 10 here.
Wow, lots of red dragons in this upper... Wow, my goodness.
Well, he finally gets out of that zone and runs to the race. That isn't much better. Yeah, now Thirwolf taking advantage of that Wraith Knight for 72 experience. Easily damage breaking. Might as well finish that off. Boom. But up to
nice
NG picks up a Demon Knight.
Side. Yep.
Yep. Level 10, 0 strength, 10 more speed, 7 HP, and 0 MP. So a double MTI special there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just said it. Hurt more. Goodbye, Droll Mage. I have a nice day. Hurt more, dealing 58 to 65 damage to most monsters.
Well, it can to any of the monsters. It's just the it's just the likelihood of doing so. Some resist it better than others.
Yeah, that is true. Like this Demon Knight. The Demon Knight will typically not accept a hurt spell.
Yeah, 15 out of 16 times it will not. So you got a roughly 6% chance of it hitting. So most racers don't do it.
Yeah, so yeah, I was gonna say this development is gonna really help up2ng in his lead right now.
Well, Thirwolf now in the grave. Gonna pick up the gold and the wings. And Rose is right in 1/16 of the time, it works 100% of the time.
So we're noting in chat right now that up2ng is now damage breaking up to wizards. So wizards are good. Demon Knights are good now. Knights are good now. Magic Wyverns are good now. But once Thirwolf reaches level 10, yeah, he will be good too. He's actually gonna be at a lot. 42 and 50, 92 defense. So he will damage break green dragons, star wyverns, werewolves. Yeah, and then I think something else. And it'll be only 2 defense points away from damage breaking an Axe Knight at level 10.
Definitely a high agility, high defense seed, and strength. Well, we're hunting around for it.
Yeah, that's true, but if you've got just but if you got all this defense, this is going to be some very interesting monster hunting. I'll say that.
Ooh, and Thirwolf taking a death here to the red dragon, and this, as long as he doesn't go back there, that'll be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, he might not, because that is a lot of walking for 2 boxes and red dragons on the 2nd floor. He might try somewhere else. We'll see here in a second.
Noted here by our tracker, CyberDark86, we have just 5 treasure chests in the overworld left, and none of the quest items have been found almost 45 minutes into this seed. So we know that 2 of those 5 remaining treasure chests will contain the Silver Harp and the Stones of Sunlight. Plus there's Erdrick's token that's out there somewhere, and that could either be guarded in Hawksnest, or it could be in one of those remaining chests.
So Thirwolf needs to hurry up and get that last 77 points and at least get to level 9, because up2ng now has full magic points and plenty of applications, so that hurt more spell.
Thirwolf a little big for his britches on this particular enemy, but he does have a heal more.
Yeah, he's got 4 heal mores. This is going to be a win unless Star Wyvern has heal more and did not, so we'll go to level 9. And there is that sweet, sweet agility.
Now back to Garenham. And up to NG, meanwhile, is in the mountain cave. So we will find out in a matter of moments what chests hold the key items that we need. We've got gold up top.
All right, place your guesses. Where's the Stones of Sunlight? Where's Erdrick's token? Where's
Where's the silver harp?
Yeah, I'll say the $300 chest. Oh, wait a minute. They can't be found
not
in
that
Erdrick's
game
in
yet.
Charlotte Castle.
And here's the differential. I mean, having Hurtmore here at level 10, able to handle those armored knights, whereas Thirwolf, not quite as much. But having Erdrick's armor, that negates the fire breath by 1/3 the damage done, so the most damage that can be done is 48.
Magic key find for the first box. Thirwolf got there first. Oh, you could have fought that wizard. Fairy water. There's the Stones of Sunlight. That was about as top and left as you could get.
Meanwhile, here is level 11 for up to NG. 8, 1, 22, and 7.
Well, that 22 is really nice. That puts up to NG in the green. That means you are ready to go against the Dragon Lord as far as that statistic goes.
Strength, however, still pretty lacking here. 54 at level 11.
And Thirwolf's going to need to hurry up and get away from this armored knight because, yeah, this is not going to be pretty.
Well, and this is the differential here. Thirwolf trying to have to run away, whereas up to NG could just throw a couple of Hurtmores at it and be done with it.
Yeah, but finally does. And the final box is the Silver Harp.
Both acquired a matter of seconds apart from one another.
And they both dropped the Dragon Scale. Now, the Dragon Scale typically provides 2 defense. And you would think that if you drop the Dragon Scale, you would lose that 2 defense. But there is a little glitch in the program that allows you to keep that 2 defense. So they don't have to, so they are free to drop it.
And great timing on Thirwolf's part, finding Staff of Rain Cave. Is going to trade in that Silver Harp. So we now have 2 of the 3 quest items.
And I believe we are down to 1 box remaining and Hawksness, or is it just Hawksness? I think Hawksness is just left, right?
No, I don't believe we have found Rimmeldar as of yet. So there's the 1 treasure chest in Rimmeldar that might have Erdrick's sword. It could have a fighter's ring.
Or it could just have more money. Who knows?
Well, I could keep track and narrow down the possibilities here. Actually, yeah, there is 1 money chest left.
And I'm impressed that you know that.
And when you've been commentating this as long as I have, you gotta know a lot of things.
Yeah, that's too true, as Thirwolf now heading up to what looks like the Thousand Islands here. Darn it, now I want to go to the Thousand Islands. Oh, there's a town, but it looks like you got to do a little bit of trickery to get up there. Hey, there's a nice Kaishin no Ishigeki over on Thirwolf's side to knock out a Wraith Knight.
Up to NG now, chipping away at a golem here, utilizing the fairy flute. Golems, they can have up to 153 hit points, but, well, an excellent move for 40, so there is that.
Yeah, well, that actually worked out. Nicely played up to NG. The critical hit is scaled to your attack power, which in his case is 74, to half of your attack power, which in his case is 37. So, so that was actually in the low end there. Thirwolf did elect to run away from the wizard and has found Hawk's Nest.
Oh, accidentally casting Hurt More instead of Heal More. I think we've all done that at some point.
No, I've never done that. Ever. Well, maybe I have. Unfortunate development over on Thirwolf's side. The Droll Magi has Heal More, but he will find the mini-boss. It's the Golem, and he's gonna give it a try.
And he's got the Fairy Flute, and upon taking out the Golem here, this will be enough for the level.
And more importantly, hurt more. Yeah, but this is really working out, though. The Golem is remaining asleep. You have a 1/3 chance that the Golem will wake up, and right now, Thirwolf's hitting all of the 2/3 right now. There it is. He knocks it out. That's a nice gain right there.
So 0 power, 0 MP, but there's Erdrick's token and Hurt More as well.
Oh, you need to check your spells. Check your spells. Oh, no. There went 2 Droll Magi's.
And that's probably just excitement of, oh good, I've got the token, okay. Yeah, probably didn't even register that there's a spell.
So now that Thirwolf has everything he needs, all he needs to do is get back to the Grump, which he's found earlier. So if he remembers where the Grump is, should be in good shape.
Now Thirwolf sees that there's a town on the other side there, and I believe it would only at this point be either Rimmildar or Breckenary.
Yeah, that's right.
And meanwhile, up to NG finding Erdrick's armor, and we also have a Sharlock sighting, the Big C.
Yep, Sharlock Castle, the final castle of the game. We are playing the full Monty here. It's all 7 floors. There is an option where you can just do it in 1 floor, and there's the town, and that also is being blocked off. My goodness. This must be Dragon Warrior Randomizer's most elusive town ever.
Well, feature of the recently released version of Dragon Warrior Randomizer is a lot more rivers that cut through, so I think McGrew working with Paul McCartney as we've got a lot of long and winding roads here.
And now that Thirwolf has discovered that he picked up Hurt More, he's going to dismiss that Armored Knight. The Armored Knight does have a little bit of resistance to hurt, but it's not much. It's only 1 in 16.
Yeah, about a 6% resistance. So usually you're pretty good to hit it, although if you're me, you tend to miss 3 times in a row.
And the Wyvern goes down and over and up to NG side. We go to level 12, and what do we get? 5 power, 2 speed, 1 HP, 0 magic, and a new spell, which is
Stop
Repel.
spell, we got Repel, everything but hurt.
Yeah, and I don't think our contestants are going to be looking for a town that up2ng found, which is Remulder. It is a torch. And it is now time, everyone, for the 25,000 gold piece Erdrick Sword Pyramid. So it is now time for you to place your guesses anywhere between $50 and $300 for the treasures, or you can go for the judges table, which would be the vanilla box where Edric's sword usually is. And so place your guesses and we will declare a winner at some point.
Meanwhile, Thirwolf taking care of the last bit of errands, trading in the Erdrick's tokens, Stones of Sunlight, and Staff of Rain, and acquiring the Rainbow Drop.
And then he searched for stairs.
That's better than me. I usually try to literally take the stairs.
Yeah, why can't you take stairs in this game? That just doesn't make sense. There you go, Thirwolf. Knock out that green dragon with a hurt more. Green dragon only has a 1 in 8 resistance, so it's well worth throwing a hurt more, typically for 135 straight away.
And here comes level 11. There's the 8, 1, 22, and 7.
Yeah, we're still about 30 or so strength away from taking on the Dragon Lord. We might be able to do it with 20, but depending on if we can get any more HP. But right now, we still got a little ways away. And okay, up2ng going against the Red Dragon here.
Meanwhile, a question in chat: do you dive Sherlock for Erdrick's sword?
Yeah, that's an epic maybe. I mean, look at your defense total. You have 92 defense points. Your attack power isn't all that great, but you got enough magic to cast a lot of hurt mores. So, I mean, you just go ahead and knock out some favorable battles. The only thing that could really get into your way is the red dragons. Oh no, they have heal mode. No way.
Wow.
What is this, Mr. Holmes? Or excuse me, what is this? Jacobus Wedge versus NES Cardinale? My goodness.
All right, we got a virtual high five here as both runners entering Rimmildar at the same time. And, wow, separate rooms at the inn.
Thirwolf does has to go through the keys and get the bad news. Alright, so now Thirwolf is pretty close to Sherlock. Let's see if he makes that walk. He's made the first few steps. After this Metal Scorpion, we'll see what he does.
Oh. So 22 on the attack, and that took out the 22-22 in experience that Thirwolf had. Because number patterns.
Oh, there we go. Red Dragon spell was blocked. I did not see the stop spell resistance when that popped up, but worked out there, and that's probably, yeah, that's going to be a win over an up2ng side.
Oh, that's an interesting spark over bridge. My goodness.
Wow. That is, yeah.
The big C connected to a spark over bridge, connected to a swamp. Spark over is beyond ecstatic right now.
Yeah, gotta be. And oh no, red dragons are gonna be in that first zone, so Thirwolf better hurry up and get through there. Get some hero walks.
Ooh, and armored knights as well.
Well, the good news with the armored knights is that you can knock him out. I mean, that's going to be trouble when it comes to the actual dive, and at this point, Thirwolf is probably thinking he's going to need at least one heal more in reserve to get through this castle, maybe two.
And the MP, while it's okay, it has not been plentiful.
And Stoneman, okay, there we go, got away. So, looks like it's Golem, which is great, because you can easily run from Golems. You have Stoneman, which is okay. I mean, 85 agility, you're running away from that at least 2/3 of the time. You have the Axe Knights, you're at 50-50, and you have the Red Dragons where you're about 47-46% of the time running away. So, hello, Red Dragon. I mean, the point is, Thirwolf needs to get out of this zone and fast. Oh, did I say Axe Knight? Armored Knight. Yeah. Now, there could be an Axe Knight. We don't know. We haven't seen the 5th monster yet. Although I had a feeling that's the Red Dragon, too.
They have been showing up rather plentifully.
and then some. They're in the 2nd zone, too. So, Charlotte Castle has 3 zones. It's the first 2 floors are Zone 1. The next 3 zones are Zone 2. So now Thirwolf has to get through the next 3 zones, which I find is the shortest. And then there's the final 3 floors, which is the 3rd zone. So let's see how it works out.
Now, for those just joining us here on RPG Limit Break, this is the best 2 out of 3 here in the semifinals of the 2019 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. This is Game 1 between Thirwolf and up2ng. Game 2 will be just 47 hours from now on Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, and if necessary, will be on the 5th of November, day 5 of... What the heck am I... I'm all over the place here. It's cold medicine, I'm telling you. We're in October. That's what I think we are anyway. October 5, Game 3 if necessary. Words. Hard.
Hey, that's alright. I struggle on occasion, too. So, anyway. But I tell you what, though. Today, this is only race 1 of today. We got race 2 coming up tomorrow, or excuse me,
it's contagious. See,
race. It's
all my fault.
It's your fault. That's right. Let's spam those hashtag blame Burgundies in chat.
Oh goodness. So yeah, words. They are fun. So let's try that again here. So game 2 between Thirwolf and up2ng is Thursday night at 8. Game 3, if necessary, is Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, game 1 of the other semifinal, that is immediately following this race, roughly about a half hour-ish from now, I would say.
Yeah, that's right. And Mr. Holmes versus Lorgon, that is going to be one heck of a semifinal. I mean, and of course, this is one heck of a semifinal too. I mean, Thirwolf is definitely giving up2ng a run for his money. I mean, he is 1 level down, but he has been doing a great job knocking off those favorable monsters. And I definitely would go after this Axe Knight because you are so close to those 6 boxes now. Oh, they have heal. You're gonna need another hurt more, I think. Uh-oh, watch out. Okay, baby breath. Okay, woo!
Alright, now you throw out the hurt more.
Yeah, absolutely. You're definitely seeing... Okay, running away is okay. You're definitely seeing at least 50% heal, maybe 75. Here comes the first box. It is the Fighter's Ring. Oh, okay, that's 2 attack powers, so that's a good thing. The Death Necklace has been found. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Magic Key. Nothing. And an Armored Knight. Oh no, and only 9 magic. Oh dear. But you gotta heal more.
Uses the 1 heal more, and now you gotta get away.
Oh, is this gonna be a 5-run fail? Oh no! Oh boy! Wow! Oh!
Oh!
A miss menu at the worst possible time. The good news, however, is Thirwolf is 600 points down, so it's not the end of the world. But oh, and now he's got to get back down to Sherlock if he can. Nailing a 1 in 16 there. Ouch.
So now the possibilities, we've gone from the pyramid game to essentially let's make a deal. Is the Erdrick sword behind chest number 1, chest number 2, or chest number 3? Because that's all we've got left. We've got the upper left chest to the pyramid. We've got the middle right, I believe that was, and we've got the vanilla chest.
Yeah, but what Thirwolf has yet to check out were those bottom 2 boxes in Garen's grave, so he's going to lose some time to check those out. This was an incredibly unlucky Arbor Knight.
And Thirwolf is going to dive Garen's grave because he does not know whether the sword is there.
But let's be fair, I would not blame him because he's down to 5 boxes left. 2 of them are rather easily accessible, so I definitely can understand why he's doing that here. While up2ng is now going to grind Stone Man. Now, I don't know how long he's going to be doing this because he's throwing down Hurtmores against those Stone Men. The odds of nailing a Hurtmore against a Stone Man is 9 in 16, so it's not great, but it definitely can do that. And right now, he's nailing all the Hurtmores. Ooh, that's what he's looking for, though. 15 power, 2 agility, 13 HP, and 20 magic.
Wow. But the strength's still not there, so you know you're going to have to go to 14.
Yeah, that's right. But you might not need much more strength because up2ng now has 130 hit points. So, Fran, tell me, why is it important that up2ng has 130 hit points?
Well, Game Boy, that's a heck of a question. So, once a runner acquires the Death Necklace, as Thirwolf has and up2ng has yet to do, when you put on that Death Necklace, there's a little bonus feature that was created here for the Randomizer, where when you put on the Death Necklace, it gives you an additional 10 attack power, but at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP. So 130 being the max, that means 25% of that cuts you down to 97, which is just enough to endure 2 max Dragon Lord 2 breaths and still be able to survive.
Yeah, so that will put up2ng, if he goes that route, to 126 attack power, because he'll get the Fire's Ring as well. So that would mean that you take that 126, you drop 100, and then you divide it by 2. That gives you 13, your maximum roll. You divide by 2 again, and you round down, and you reach 6. So up2ng would be dealing 6 to 13 damage. You only have 11 heal mores because it costs 8 magic to cast a heal more. So that's not quite enough yet. You're going to need, as you said, Fran, up2ng is going to need at least 1 more level.
So Thirwolf working on this blue dragon here.
Yeah, he's doing it for the love because Thirwolf just defeated it for 180!
You were waiting all seed for that.
I was indeed.
He may or may not have been practicing that prior to us taking the air here. We'll let you at home decide.
Okay, so Thirwolf is not yet going into Sharlock. Might refill his magic and try again here.
Saberyu X saying it needs to be raspier. So basically kind of like what I did during the quarterfinals. Got it. During your race, actually.
Sure.
When I had the laryngitis going on, that was about as raspy as you could.
Fair enough. As up2ng now going into Sherlock, he knows the sword is in this castle, but where? I don't know. At this point, I might put a case up for, with the knowledge up2ng has, throw that stop spell down and knock out those red dragons and arbor knights and all that. You already know that you're seeing an excess amount of those, and just start getting experience until later.
Yeah, at this point, the experience differential about 800 and change. But it looks like Thirwolf not looking to attack. He is tunnel visioning toward that sword, but once you get that sword, it's not, congratulations, game over.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a matter of fighting favorable battles here. Normally when you see two people dive in Sherlock here, it's like, oh boy, this is going to be one heck of a race. But no, it's one heck of a race to get Erdrick's sword. Now, is Thirwolf going to go for the judges' table first? It's a toss-up. I don't know what I do here.
Yeah, the fact that taking the death with 2 chests in the Sherlock treasury remaining, it almost seems like the play would be to go for vanilla just because granted it's a little bit of a detour, but it's still on the way as opposed to going all the way down, finding out those 2 don't have it, and then coming halfway back up. And now Thirwolf's starting to fight.
Yeah, fighting those favorable battles, that's for sure. By the way, up2ng now damage breaking Axe Knights.
So the Axe Knights, if they look to melee, the most damage that would be done would be 16 hit points.
Wow, that was a hard hit by that werewolf over on Thirwolf's side, but good enough. up2ng trying his luck against the Stoneman, and that is exactly what Thirwolf is going to do. Gonna go and find go to the judges' table, see what's there.
And this will be interesting, because if up2ng opts to skip it, and it turns out that Erdrick's sword is in its vanilla location. Oh, but it's not. It's a torch.
Oh, wow. That just compounds the issue. But up2ng actually taking the gamble and going for the judges' table. So this is going to work out in the end.
High five in a moment here.
Yeah, it's going to be Castellari, but just as up2ng is fighting a Stoneman here. Experience gap now about 1,000. As up2ng finding an Arbor Knight, that's going to cost him another 10 magic.
And one has to wonder how much different would this have been had Thirwolf found the sword before taking that death in Sherlock.
Yeah, I know exactly. That was oh my goodness, that was a huge death.
Because with that find, Thirwolf would have been grinding basically 8 minutes ago. Yeah, probably about 8 to 10 minutes ago is when that death had occurred.
Well, now he's got plenty of magic to take on this Armor Knight, so he's gonna kiss that goodbye. Advanced to level 13, so here we go.
There's a big power boost compounded by the finding of the sword in a moment here.
There it is, $250, and I believe CD Improv, our restreamer, has won the 25,000 gold pieces. Congratulations. Oh, okay, so the pendulum is starting to swing back to Thirwolf after that death against an armored knight.
And Thirwolf opting to swing first and then hurt more.
Yeah, Thirwolf really close to damage breaking a stone man. Just needs another 6 defense points, and that'll do it, but not quite.
Thirwolf gonna go after the stone man here.
Yeah, I think that's a good play. Just put it to sleep and take a few licks and call it a day. Up2ng, now grinding stone man.
And this is probably up to NG figuring, all right, I'm about 200 and change experience away from level 14. If that's the level, then I can just ready, grind down as best I can through Sharlock, get the sword, and go for game. He knows that it's not in the vanilla spot. He knows that it's in that basement, down in the 7th basement, down in the pyramid.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this works out. And oh dear, there's a stone man down in Sharlock. So that is a little bit unfortunate. And now we're going to do some stone man grinding. Now, is it going to be a stone man, or would you go to Hawksness and grind golems for 255 a pop?
8, 3, 4, 3, and the final spell of hurt. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, you've got a decent amount of defense here.
Yeah, assuming that you can pick up the death necklace and the fighter's ring, you would be shooting. You would have 134 attack power. Is that right? No. Yeah, 134, and you would shoot
with the death necklace.
Yeah, you would shoot 8 to 17 against the Dragon Lord on 12 heal mores. And I don't think you could do it. You're probably maybe 50-50, maybe even 40%. It really depends on if the Dragon Lord jumps on you. That's a big risk.
No, 15 is probably where our runners are going to get to here level-wise.
Yeah, meanwhile, Thirwolf is very quickly dismissing Stoneman because he has the Erdrick sword and up2ng has the broadsword, and look who's catching up in the experience count. Oh, Stoneman wakes up. Bad luck there, but it's alright.
Well, he used as many of the resources as he could. Not your favorite 00, but close. You needed that MP replen.
Yeah, so now the big decision is coming up. Which way, what will he do? Will he go for more Stoneman over in the Mountain Cave? Or will he go for golems? And it is Stoneman. That's what it is. Might as well pick up a golem along the way.
Why not both?
So Thirwolf is playing the Fairy's Flute. I think, yeah, he's not going to do it anymore. He's just going to let it play out.
Yeah, just go one flute and let it be a thing.
So this is not Ferran's first race, or last race of the night, I should say. We will be hearing more of him in about, well, it'll be after the conclusion of this race. He will be joined by Z-Man 050778. And they will be commentating Lorgon and Mr. Holmes, so stay tuned.
Yep, pulling double duty tonight here. Doubleheader tonight here on RPG Limit Break.
So while these two players are continuously grinding stonemen, I'm going to take a quick quick opportunity to introduce our runners here. up2ng has been known to play Donkey Kong really, really well. So that's on top of his Final Four appearance here, his first Final Four appearance here in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. So always great to see him for another year. Thirwolf, first appearance in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament in the Final Four. That is amazing. He mostly plays Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 Randomizer, but he joined Dragon Warrior and he's like, I can't believe I'm in the Final Four. Well, you are, and now you're in a best of 3, and you are going to start catching up. But I'll say one more thing. He also is part of Angry Larry's Elite Tournament. I believe he's in the upper deck. And that means, if I'm right about that, he's playing Faxandu. He's going to have to learn to speedrun that. So, little fun little side note there.
Better him than me. I don't even know how to slow run it.
I don't even know how to play it, but anyway, the lead is down to 840, and it's going to keep falling. And there are two reasons for this. Number one, up2ng is throwing sleep down on stonemen. That costs time. Number two, the Erdrick sword over the broadsword. That is an extra 5 to 10 damage every time.
Yep, an attack range of 26 to 52 on the Stoneman for Thirwolf versus a much lower range of 20 to 41 for up2ng.
CD Improv, our restreamer, is correcting me. No, he's not in the upper deck. He's in the bowl, I think. He's in the middle tier. Yeah, he's playing some really weird SNES game that I can't pronounce. So I have to correct myself. I apologize. But here we go. That experience lead is continuing to drain, one stoneman at a time. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a race. up2ng better hope that 15 is the level.
And has just enough resources here pending. Oh, well, as I say that, the first sleep doesn't hit. The second sleep does, but if it wakes up, no way to put it to sleep.
Yeah, but at this point in the fight, I think you're going to be okay here, and we're going to 15. All right, here we go. What do we got? Oh, just 2 power, 5 speed, 6 HP, 3 magic. That's not even another spell.
Oh.
Whoa, boy, the decision-making's gotten that much more critical. Now you're shooting 9 to 18 on 12 heal mores. Oh, that's so close.
And that's with the Death Necklace on, cutting your HP advantage, and I think up2ng is going to go for it here.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. Let's see what Thirwolf does. I mean, he's coming up on 15. Just 2. 2 stonemen away.
So up2ng is going to have about a minute head start into the castle, I would say. Maybe a little more than. But he has to make that diversion for Erdrick's sword, for the death necklace, for the fighter's ring.
Yeah, that's not that much of a diversion, so I don't think that's going to kill him right there, but we'll see.
You say that, but we've had all kinds of armored knights and red dragons to deal with on that floor.
Yeah, exactly, and with that 5 agility, excuse me, Bastrap did note in chat that up2ng is now damage-breaking blue dragons, but there's just one problem. We haven't seen blue dragons in Sharlock.
And Thirwolf is going to go for 16.
It's either that or he's... Yeah, he is going for 16. Okay, so we're about to see if this gamble really pays off here. Oh, this is tense.
Gets away from the first red dragon.
And see, that's another thing too. Oh, he's gonna go too. Oh my goodness. See, here's the thing. You cannot lose a heal more on this dive, and there are so many red dragons and armored knights. I think that's boy, you're gonna really rely on some luck here.
Well, Thirwolf making a fibber out of me once again. It looks like he is making a beeline for Sharlock.
Alright, here we go. Here's another red dragon for up2ng.
So a lot of this is going to come down to the encounter rate.
Yep, pretty much, and up2ng has yet to escape the first floor as Thirwolf has now entered. Torch drops. Nice start over on Thirwolf's side, finding a golem. 2 armor knights, but got away in the first attempt both times in floor 2 for up2ng. Hero run virtually for Thirwolf and we're virtually tied.
About a 16-second differential between when both of our runners entered the first basement.
Okay, good. We're getting away from these armored knights, and instead up2ng not running away from a stone man who has an agility score of 40. Oh, red dragon, go away. Yeah, looked up the numbers. You got about a 52-53% chance of running away from the red dragon, and then the stone man. You can't run away from a stone man. Ouch.
Well, up2ng could, Thirwolf could not. At least not the first time.
up2ng. Okay, good. Got away. Now remember, up2ng must make that detour to open those boxes, so I would say Thirwolf is ahead by just a few seconds.
Yeah, even though now that differential cut down to 8 seconds. And now another encounter here, my goodness.
And they both go into floor 5 simultaneously.
Wow.
So that means Thirwolf has about a 30-second lead.
Yeah, they are synchronized into the U. They both went into the 5th basement at the same time. But now up2ng getting a little bit of a return on the head start there.
Yeah, and he needs it now. Will he find those armored knights? Now he's going into the treasury. Stone Man, okay, cool. Thirwolf quickly dispenses it. up2ng immediately gets Erdrick's sword, but has to look for the death necklace. Doesn't find it yet. Cursed belt. A key. Finds death necklace. Might as well open that last box. Get that fighter's ring. Might as well make it a sure thing. Well, or at least a sure thing as you can get. But this has given Thirwolf enough time to have a step advantage.
So now we are all square. Thirwolf with a slight step lead, but now runs into an armored knight.
Yeah, weak attack there, but oh dear. Okay, good, got away. Whew. Well, up2ng has his own issues with an armored knight and 2 immediate Dragonlord breaths. And here we go with the Stone Man that Thirwolf knew he was going to run into.
Now, also of note, the quantity of herbs. Thirwolf has 5. up2ng just has...
Oh, but now Thirwolf's in huge trouble. He had to try, and he's got to try to run. He's got a huge decision here, but you are not going to beat this Dragonlord on just 11 Healmores, I don't think.
He's taking a long time to think about it here.
I guess I can't blame him for doing. Yeah, I can't blame him, but buy another, and now you must run. Oh, and a forward run fail. My goodness. Finally, he gets away. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, now I have to say this. Our runners are really close as we enter the Dragonlord. If the 2 runners finish within 5 seconds of each other, I have to retime the runners. If this difference winds up to be 1 second or less, we will have an overtime procedure. We'll get there if we get to it. And here we go, double Dragonlord fights. Thirwolf must not have the Dragonlord pick him off.
Yeah, this just swung the pendulum back into up2ng's favor for the moment here, but he has to use a heal more in the first Dragonlord fight. Because he was out of herbs. 17 to start. And another 10 gets the double up to 27.
Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to work.
Now 44 on up2ng's side, 26 on Thirwolf's.
39 to 56. $69 to 51 in advantage of up2ng here. Double 16, so both looks to be okay to win this here. Oh, here we go. 96
to 84. Wow.
Whoa, here we go. Oh, this time up2ng with the better attack.
111 to 96 now.
Oh, and a minimum roll. Thirwolf did not need to see that.
It's now a 20-point differential, 125 to 105. The Dragonlord can have anywhere from 150 to 165. Another huge 16 there, 141. 118, meanwhile, over on Thirwolf.
And up2ng has defeated the Dragonlord and will win Game 1. An absolutely amazing race as Thirwolf, oh dear, just continuing to get these low rolls. And almost there now, just 16 points away, down to the last Healmore. He will win this fight and will lose by under a minute. What a heartbreak.
And that is why this is best 2 out of 3. So get out your GGs. up2ng going to take this best of 3 with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 30 seconds. Thirwolf taking second place, just 20 9.
Pretty decision on that armored knight, whether to heal more or to try to run. I mean, that alone is not the difference. Contributed.
I think that sets the tone for the semifinals, don't you think?
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is just reminders of Mr. Holmes and NES Cardinale last year, where they were finishing like 10 seconds apart both of their races. But we are joined by
Holy
Thirwolf.
smokes.
Good game. But obviously, this is a tough loss.
The death in the treasury in Sherlock. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, that pretty much that ranked up there as one of the really tough deaths. That's for sure.
Yeah, I died there. Then I'm like, well, let's check every other place, just out of insolence. And yeah, no, sword was there.
But I tell you what, though, this wound up being one heck of a race. And that was a really long pause before determining whether to heal more or just or try to run again from the armored knight there at the end.
Yeah, I was debating, like, do I want to risk it? So I checked to see if he was finished or not. And like, okay, well, he's not done, so I'll heal more.
Fran, you got anything?
I'm still recovering from how close this doggone thing was.
Yeah, I know. We are now joined by up2ng. Good game. That was one hell of a race.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even believe, like, I was just getting ready to take a break after the race, and then I saw you finished. It's like, oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah, I was just beating DL2 when I saw you finish. I'm like, well,
Wow.
This will be quick.
Great race, though. I had a lot of difficulties throughout, and I was really feeling, I wasn't very confident that I was ahead, that's for sure. So I don't know how your experience was, but that was kind of a challenging seed.
All sorts of bad things happened.
Okay, so similar experience.
Yeah, Thirwolf died for Erdrick's sword early, opened 4 of the boxes in the basement, and then got armored knighted.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I did a sword dive too. I didn't quite make it that far, but wow. Yeah, that's pretty brutal, because I know, at least in my case, I had like a level and a half left to go on the grind, and having the sword would have helped a lot, and the death necklace for that matter, if I chose to use it early. But no, that's pretty rough if you were that close to the sword, because I don't know, how many more levels did you have to go after that dive?
Oh, I still had to grind a little bit. I finished at 15. What were you?
Yeah, 15. I when I got 14, I decided just not to even try it, because I had seen all 3 zones at that point in Sherlock, and just I knew it was going to be a lot of problems in Sherlock.
I basically felt the same, like, 14 maybe, but then I thought about the Sherlock, and the Sherlock was just so horrible.
Yeah, I have to applaud both of you. I did not think you were going to make it down. Well, you wound up both using a heal more, but I'm actually amazed you both were able to make it down just using 1 heal more with all the rough monsters we saw there.
I know in my case, I did feel like on that dive I had above average run luck. I mean, we had very high agility, but it's still, you're only going to run, 55 or 60% of the time or something. I felt like I was running pretty well. So yeah, I mean, I can't complain about that. I could have easily burned a few heal mores on that dive. That was really tough zones. And my concern was, like, right from the beginning, I was very worried that he was going to be able to find a town that had a weapon. It was one of those starts where you had access to gold early, and if you could run out somewhere and find a broadsword or something, it was just way better than dealing with like a 4 strength start. And I did like a few things and just couldn't find a town that had a weapon. The nearby town just had no weapon or had a club or something. So,
I think Garanham was completely weaponless.
Yeah, that's what it was. Hey, Fearon. Nice.
Hello there.
Yeah, weaponless in Garanham, and just found like a couple of caves and stuff, and just I was like, you know what? We have some defense now. I guess we're just gonna grind with war strength. Like, it's just
up2ng. You had a very interesting start. Once you got to the early-ish mid game, once you started getting in the mid game, you were grinding in that intermediate zone for a very long time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do a lot of times. If there's like metal scorpions and wolves and things, I like to get an extra level or two. At that moment, I think on level 8 or so, I was kind of just hoping that they would kill me because I had no resources, and to save an in trip or something. I was like, well, as soon as I take this death, I'll just go get started. And I was defense breaking all those enemies, so it just took like a while for them to kill me. So maybe that in retrospect, I should have just gone to the end or something. But I do usually get an extra level or two there. Just the only thing there, again, was I was just wondering if a little bit further out there was a town with a weapon, because that would have just been game over.
Well, I tell you what, this was definitely one hell of a race, and I mean I already said that before, but up2ng, you did wind up winning by 29 seconds, and you are therefore up 1-0 in the best of 3. What are your thoughts coming into Thursday night?
I really like the best of 3 format. It took a little pressure off of today's race, even though the actual race felt like it was pretty challenging. And so I'm glad we have best of 3. And because the result was so close, obviously, I feel like, it's just a coin flip, anyone's race. It's he's shown to be an extremely strong runner throughout the tournament, obviously. So have to play the A game next time here.
Bring it. And you're just finish sub hour next time, so I could be like, oh, well, this is quick.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the next one, and I know we have the other semifinal kind of scattered in between our races. So this is a fun week. Hope everybody enjoyed that race. It was it was a good one. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, and Thirwolf, your thoughts coming into game 2?
It's a real uphill battle to win 2 in a row of these, but give it a shot. up2ng's tough, so. But I, no matter what happens, I'm pretty happy with how the tournament has gone for me. Just given how many races of this I've actually done.
Yeah, absolutely. I have nothing to add to that. You pretty much summed that up perfectly. And Fearon, I would say your final thoughts, but you're about to commentate another race.
Yeah,
but,
I get to
go ahead.
I get to go right from this to the other one here, but just make sure to show our runners some love here. Make sure to give them a follow if you haven't already, because I mean, you see here they gave an outstanding race here and just set the tone here for the semifinals. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Also, make sure to show some love to the folks behind the scenes. CD Improv taking care of the restreaming. Cyberdark86 on the tracking. And, I mean, he's not a defending, two-time champion until the previous race, but he's still a two-time champion. You can't take that away from him. And, he shows you why, that's for sure. Not just on the actual game, but in the commentator booth as well.
Yeah, thanks to all you guys, by the way, for the broadcast tonight. Really appreciate it.
Yep, and I appreciate the kind words, Fearon.
And thanks for doing the commentary, tracking, restreaming, all that fun stuff. And see some of y'all Thursday.
Yep, we're going to take a brief respite here for a minute or two as we switch over, as we're going to have a new restreamer, new tracker, and a new co-commentator, and you're stuck with me. Apologies in advance.
Well. Well, I mean, you're going to close out the night, so I'm going to close out this stream if you don't mind. So, that's it. So we look forward to seeing our next match here. Well, Fearon just said it right there. So I'm just going to say For our runners, up2ng and Thirwolf, for our restreamer CD Improv, for the tracker, CyberDark86, I'm my co-commentator FearonBurgundy. This is me, Game Boy F9. You're watching RPG Limit Break. Hope you've all had a great night so far. Stay tuned for the next race. Don't go anywhere.